Welcome back. The mass shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue last fall took the lives of 11 innocent people. It really rocked our whole city. But what happened inspired, however, a senior at Taylor Alderdice High School, which is just in the synagogue's backyard. She was inspired to make a difference in a very positive way.
That's right. Joining us is Lauren Haffner, who created Keeping Up with Kindness. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you for having me.
I just have to say, I graduated from Taylor Alderdice, so I'm just
you
plugging
did?
that. They produce wonderful students.
Thank
Well,
you.
clearly. Tell us about the program. So what is
love
it that
to.
you do?
So I go into second grade classrooms, and other students as well can start this year. And we talk about ways that students can not only be kind in the classroom, but outside of the classroom. So we watch different videos, and the kids tell me, what they observed and how the people in the videos, how they can act like them. They see a girl giving someone a piece of fruit whenever their lunch is spoiled, and they say, well, I can do that too, or I did that last week. And we talk about bullies and how they can be an upstander rather than a bystander, because you don't want to just stand by. You need to stop. You need to think about what's going on. You need to tell an adult, because if you don't, who will?
Yeah.
The third week, we read books, and I say to them, put yourself in the character's shoes. Act like how the characters are acting. Tell me what you see. Tell me how what the characters are doing is something that you've done before. And the fourth week, we do an activity called filling a bucket. So I bring in an orange bucket, and I pass out construction paper after we read a story called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? And each student gets to write something down about either one peer in the classroom or everyone, and I read them aloud, and it's just super special.
In fact, we're looking at some video of you interacting with the
Yeah.
second graders. So you read them out loud, and what sort of things did the kids say?
Well, I ask them questions.
Okay.
So I'll say, how would you feel if, for example, the story, Be Kind, the main character, Tanisha, spills grape juice all over herself? And it's told from a narrator's point of view who is witnessing all of this and saying what she wants to do or how she would react. And I say to them, well, would you do what the main character's doing, or would you do something different? I want to hear because they're the next generation, and what they're thinking is key. It's key to making change, and it's key to making good things happen.
And so there's a difference between being kind and being nice.
Exactly,
right?
yes. I mean, you want to be nice to people all the time, but you want to be genuinely kind, and you want to go that extra mile, sure that those around you are feeling the way that you want them to feel.
Right. I look at kind as being more of an act.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
More of a gesture.
Absolutely.
Wow. Now, there's a clip that we want to show, because at the end of all this, you lead the kids in a chant, right? Or sort of a
Absolutely.
slogan. And so we just want to listen to this, and then we'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
It's cool to be kind because kindness is cool.
All right, tell us. They were all sort of saying it at once, but tell us what they said.
They said, it's cool to be kind because kindness is cool. I end each week saying that with them because I want to remind them that it's not just, for the 1 hour that I'm with them. It's all the time, and it's not something people are going to laugh at them for, and it's not something they're going to be judged for. It's going to be something that's going to shape them into who they become as not only a person, but a member of their community.
And this has caught the attention of your city council person, Corey O'Connor, also the mayor's office. And in fact, next week, they're going to be participating in passing out T-shirts with your slogan on, right?
Yeah. So the mayor's office, I went and had a meeting with him this summer, and we talked about ways to grow the program. And I actually partnered with Be the Kind Kid, and the mayor's paying for the first order of shirts that I am going to be presenting on October 2nd this week. And Councilman O'Connor helped me in the beginning, and we had a meeting, and he helped me get involved with members of the community as well. And I reached out to him and Tiffany Siminoff from the mayor's office, and they will both be there with me, which is really special.
What do you think the impact of all of this has been? Like, what is the reaction that you've gotten?
The way that the students have been telling me stories of what they've been doing outside of the classroom, I would say is the most rewarding. And the overall mood of the classroom is just such a beautiful feeling that I get to experience in the 4 weeks. And I've changed as a person too, because I want to go the extra mile. Because if I'm teaching them, I can't be hypocritical. I need to do it too, which is really awesome. And it makes me feel like a better person too.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us to talk about the program, because what a remarkable young woman you are to start this and to spread the kindness.
You made me feel better just sitting here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. All right, well, coming up next, we're going to take a visit to a hidden gem in Midland, Beaver County. It is the Lincoln Park Performing Arts Center, right as they get ready for their Broadway production of Matilda. And I hear Mikey even gets an acting lesson. This should be fun to watch.
Something like that. So plus, we are just hours away from National Coffee Day, where you can cash in on a free cup of Joe in the Pittsburgh area. And as we take a live look outside, it's feeling a lot like summer outside, then fall. We'll get a check-in on your forecast with meteorologist Kristen Emery. Stay with us, and thank you for watching Pittsburgh Today Live.